Good evening, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Gonna get out and do a short ride tonight, maybe 5-10 miles, I'm not sure yet. I'm riding my Magnum bike again tonight. One I just got in yesterday. It is the Magnum Metro X. So I think we're going to jump on the bike trail down here and we'll ride that for a little while. So yeah, it's had some rain this morning. It cooled down a little bit, so that's good. Still need to get a mirror put on this bike. I've got a couple of mirrors I can throw on it. So yeah, I just wanted to get it out and get a little bit of ride tonight. Not so much a range test or anything like that. This is more of a, you might call it a test ride like we did last night. I will not be doing a range review or anything like that yet. But we are definitely going to get out and ride it. On your left. Yeah, it handles very well. It does have front suspension on it, which is good. But I just received this bike on Thursday, which we done the unboxing and the assembly, and yesterday evening Caleb and I got out and done a ride, but it was getting dark and I really couldn't talk a whole lot about the bike. So we'll go so far and I'm gonna get off the bike and we're gonna talk about it. This is a cruiser bike. It is a 26-inch bike. But it's not a regular, it is a step through, but it's a mid step through bike. But still you don't have to do too much to get over this bike at all. But I'm in pedal assist 4 here and very comfortable cadence at this speed, and I'm doing right at 20 mile an hour. So but I did get my Corona headlight in and I put that on here, one of those headlights I put down in the description box. It's got like 2600 lumens. It's extremely bright. So I put that on the bike, and my cell phone holder, I got another one in, so I got that one on the bike as well. But yeah, coming across intersections, it's got really a lot of torque. So I'm happy with that. Very quiet motor. starting to get a lot of debris on the trail. They'll be coming through with great big blowers to clean them off, but they haven't been on the trails in a while, so we're getting a lot of stuff built up. Yeah, this is pedal assist 4 is called turbo, and then if you get down to 3, it's called sport. Then tour is 2, and 1 is eco, which that's really pedal assist 1. So I like riding in pedal assist 4. I'm going to have to adjust the brakes here. They're a little bit spongy, so I'm going to have to work on that. They sent me the wrong connector when I assembled the bike for the headlights, so I've got to get a hold of them. It's a totally different wire than what I need. But we got bugs flying in my face all over tonight. But the taillight works real well on it. And I noticed the horn doesn't work, so that's probably tied into the headlight as well. But again, it's a touring bike. It's not one you want. You can take it off-road if you want. But I think the tires on this are maybe 2.75. I'll have to look at that. But the tire pressure, you could go from anywhere to 40 to 65 PSI. So I put it right at 55 PSI on the front and the back. And that seems to be a good ride as far as the pavement goes. Yeah, we've got a beautiful evening out here. I'll turn that headlight on here in a little while and show you how bright that is. Yeah, we'll go on past the detour where they got the trail blocked off up here. It's going to be closed for like 10 months. They're putting in a new overpass over the bike trail, so that's going to take them a good while before. It'll be sometime November or December before I can get down that trail again. So we can ride a little bit towards downtown on the bike trail. And I'll turn this headlight on here, if I can get it on here. That's a pretty bright one right there. And there's one that flashes. I'll leave that on the flashing. Again, these Acera headlamps are extremely strong. It's still daylight out here, and you can see how well that flashes on the trail. Yeah, we got quite a bit of rain this morning. We needed it. But I wanted to get out and ride this evening. I wanted to go by myself as well, so I could just talk about the bike. I'm riding in 7th gear. Over here on the right, where you see my hand, is a kind of a twist throttle for the gears, and I've got 2 bikes now that's got that on that, and I really like that. Instead of the little buttons going back and forth, I like this twist throttle pretty well. It does take almost 7.5 hours to charge this battery. I only used about 1 bar last night, and it still took almost 4 hours to recharge it. But I never fully recharged it till it went green. So I had not completely... And when I received the bike, the battery was completely dead, and that is unusual. Typically, you do not get a bike where it's totally dead. So I had to charge the battery before it could even turn on the display. We'll be turning up here on the road, take the detour. But you can see that light flashing on the stop signs up there. I mean, that thing is extremely bright. Somebody can see you coming with that one for sure. Some of this music I just don't understand these kids listening to today, but you know, that's a younger generation thing. Again, when you're riding on the road, you've got to be very careful. Obey all traffic laws, obviously. As you can see, cars can scoot by you pretty good, but this is where we go into the neighborhood, so I'm not on the road very much here. I didn't want that flashing light on back there to... That car in front of me, I thought I was a cop. Didn't want to alert him or alarm him, so wait till I got back in the neighborhood, turn it back on. think we can get up to the bike trail up this way, where we're past all the construction area. Climbing this hill pretty easy at 15 miles an hour. But boy, you can see that light flashing on the stop sign. Yeah, I got that down in the description box. I highly recommend that you guys pick up one of these. I think I turned one of the streets too soon to get over the detoured area. Road's almost pretty much all downhill. I think I'm gonna take another way up here. Somebody took the one sign down that had the detour, so no wonder I missed my road. But the bike does take the bumps pretty well. Again, it's only got front suspension, but it does pretty well for that. Yeah, this is the holiday weekend. I hope you guys have a good time this holiday weekend. Had a picnic had to go to today at my sister's, which we have like usually 40 or 50 people. And she got a big house, so most of it was outside anyway. So I got a chance to visit all my sisters and all the family, the nieces and the nephews. And we always have it on the first Saturday of July, depending on when it falls. So today it fell on a Saturday, of course, on the 1st. Yeah, we'll be turning right up here. Turn left and go back into the Platte. Yeah, the bike was really easy to assemble. Caleb assembled it yesterday, or Friday, so it was really easy assembly on it. Somebody definitely got a party going on back there. Yeah, we're just following this little detour up to the bike path. Yeah, for all of you that's just joined my channel, I want to thank you for stopping in and with the rides and the reviews I do, and listen to me and a little bit about my life and my family, and yeah, I want to definitely thank all my subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. My channel's growing pretty quickly here now. It's been about a year, but just this year alone, I think I've got like 5 e-bikes that companies have sent me to review. So that was very nice to get those bikes. And you know, people wonder why I just don't give them away when I'm done with them. Well, there's a lot of time invested in these channels, and any other YouTuber that's an influencer, they can tell you it's a lot of time involved in these videos. So no, I'm not going to give these bikes away. I'll sell them at a good reduced price when I'm done with them, if I want to sell them, but I'm not giving them away. Now, if I found somebody that was in absolute need for transportation to work or something like that, that's another issue. But I wouldn't even give them to my kids. And they're grown adults. They're going to pay for them just like anybody else would. You know, people can think, well, that's stingy and whatever. It's not. It's just, it's business. When you're doing one of these YouTube channels, you're running a business primarily. So a lot of times, it may take me an hour and a half to edit a video before I even release it to YouTube. Now tomorrow morning I'll get up and I'll edit this video before I go to church, and that takes time. And there's a lot I need to learn about editing, because like I said, I'm 71 years old and I just picked this up last year. So it's been a learning curve for me, but I'm getting it. I've had some help, some other YouTubers. YouTube guy down in Florida, e-bike reviews and adventures. His name is Richard. I highly encourage you to visit his channel. He's helped me quite a bit on the editing part, on some of the software I'm using. So yeah, I'm learning as I'm going. But I've learned now how to fast forward videos, slow them down, and which I don't like to do a lot of that. People really, I don't think, like that so much. I've got subscribers just want to hear my commentary, you know, regardless if it's about the bike or what's going on in my life at that time. And I'm okay with that. I mean, when you're riding these bikes, there's only so much you can talk about, especially about the bike. But when I get a new bike in, I want everybody to know what I bought and to make a good decision on their part to buy one of these if that's what they want to do. And I try to do as honest reviews as I can. So far, I haven't seen anything wrong with this bike. But I've only ridden this bike probably 20 miles now, 22 maybe. I'll know more once I get about 100 miles in, and then I'll even know more when I get 200 miles in. And that's why I like to do at least 25 videos for these companies that send me these bikes, because there's a lot to think about on an e-bike as far as even reviewing it. You want to do a test ride first before you even actually put up a video on a review. Then you got to do a range test on it. pedal assist levels on it, throttle only test, the performance of the bike, how did it handle, the comfort of it. So there's a lot to it. Learning a little bit about the controls. Yeah, I think we'll stop up here in the parking lot. That'll be where I'll get off and talk about the bike, and I think we'll end the video right there as well. A few people out on the trail from what I can see. So yeah, let me get off the bike and let's talk about it. Pull up in front of this little gazebo here. It's kind of cool. Okay, as I mentioned, this is the Metro X by Magnum. They actually have 3 different Metros, and this is one of them. Let me get my pop out of here real quick. Get a little drink here. But again, it's a 26-inch bike, and as I mentioned, it is a cruiser. Now, there's a lot of things I like about this bike as far as this kickstand first and foremost. This kickstand, as you can see, this tire is off the ground here. That thing is so easy to just pull right off of that to get the bike up or down. And Caleb's bike that he converted into an e-bike has got that kickstand, and I'll tell you, that's a really nice touch on this. I like their logo on here. It says the Metro X, and down here it says feel the power. It's kind of cool. Their seat is pretty comfortable. It's not the best seat I've ridden on, but it's not bad. And this has got a 500 watt Bafang rear hub motor. And your controller sits right down here, and it's also got a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery. And what I like about this battery, it's very narrow and it's slim, and right up here you can see the power. I've still got 4 bars on this. I'm still showing 100% on this battery. It's probably more to about 90, but yeah, I like the way the bike frame is designed. Very nicely done. And then as far as the cockpit area of the bike, this is the shifter up here. It's got a Shimano shifter. And that's pretty cool how they did this. It just turned this throttle. It looks like a throttle, and it actually changes your gears on the bike, which is really nice. And other than that, it's got hydraulic disc brakes on it. I believe these are 180 millimeter. They squeak on them. I got to get some of this adjustments done on this bike. So Caleb's going to work on that for me. And it's also got Clark's hydraulic brakes. That's different. I have not heard of that manufacturer yet. But yeah, this is, of course, like I told you, the shifter is that twist shifter. Is made by Shimano. Wire management was done very well. I'll talk about this light here in a minute. And then of course it's got front suspension on it, which is a pretty comfortable, and you can actually lock this out if you're on dirt riding or off-road. You can lock that out to where whatever comfort level you want. And then very comfortable hand grips on this. They're leather, and it's got a thumb twist throttle right here. So it's got plenty of torque to it. So for a 500 watt motor, it's got a lot of torque, and I really like the 15 amp hour battery on this. So you can also charge it down here if you want to leave it on the bike. And then this little lever right here, you can actually pull your battery out once you unlock it here, and you can pull that completely just right out of the cradle, and then you can charge it from there. But other than that, like I said, come with metal fenders, which was really nice. We thought they were plastic and we got them out, but them were actually metal. We rode last night and we had to readjust this front fender because it was rubbing against the tire, so we got that all fixed, so that's not doing that anymore. Nice metal pedals. These aren't cheap plastic pedals. These are the Welgo pedals, which I've heard of them before. They're very nice pedals. And then like I said, it's got the bike rack that came with it. The stem on it's really nice. This kind of folds up and you can adjust this where you want to put that. So those are the main features on the bike. Now let's talk about some accessories that I've purchased, and everything's down in the description box what I bought for this bike. As you can see, this is a cup holder, but it's a very nice cup holder because I can put things down in there like keys or a phone or whatever. And it's just I like these cup holders. I've got almost all my bikes got these on them now. I've also got an alarm already on this bike. I bought an extra alarm that I put on the bike, so I carry the remote, so if I'm going to use a restroom or whatever, I can hear it. If anybody even touches that bike, I'm going to know it. And this has got a great brake light on here too. I noticed last night when Caleb was riding this, when you hit that brake, it pulsates, like flashes on and off like that headlight does. So that's really nice. Somebody pulling up behind you on a road, they're going to see you a lot easier. So I like that touch. But other than that, it's got a Shimano Acera derailleur on it. So that's that's one I've not heard of before. So let's the wire management on this, I really like this. See how they did this? All the wires plug into this like this little unit here, and that way the wiring is not going all over the place. And then it tucks down into the down tube to go down to the controller. And I also purchased a phone holder. I really like these phone holders. That's down in the description box as well. And then let's talk about this light. Get my handlebars stay straight since the front wheel's off the ground. Again, this is an Acera light. It's got 3 or 4 different modes here, which I'll show you. That's turn it off, and then you can go one level of light. Then you can go to a single light, bright light, or flashing light, and that's what I'll keep on as I'm going back home. So that thing is so bright. That's 2600 lumens. That is an extremely bright light. I love them on these bikes if I'm doing an evening ride or a night ride. Safety is very important to me. So yeah, let me know if you guys got any questions about this bike. Let me get this off here. Let me know if you got any questions or comments about the bike. Put them down in the comment section. And yeah, I mean, I think Magnum did a very good job when they designed this. It's a sleek looking bike for a 26-inch. So anyway, that is the Magnum Metro X. And I got a couple new bikes coming in next week after the holidays, and I'll give you some updates on that when they're coming in. So yeah, I got manufacturers definitely reaching out to me and to review these bikes, and I want to thank all my subscribers again. Thank all my viewers that watch these videos. Share and like the video. Hit that bell notification. Smash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next video.